So I just got done watching one of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to. He is actually one of my top 10 favorite YouTubers that I watch his videos like all the time. Every video that he uploads that's something to do with gaming, I just watch it because it's so interesting. But after what he actually said on one of his previous videos, I feel stupid, honestly, for believing what Sony has actually said. Let's get this video started. So, Sony, when they had Mark Cerny come out and discuss about the road to PS5 and giving the developers everything about the PS5, it wasn't really all that great. I a little bit have enjoyed the stream that they did with him talking about the speeds, but there is one thing that Cerny literally mentioned as part of the video, and honestly, it's really not looking that good, and a lot of fans are really mad. Now, is the PS5 still going to continue selling and may outsell the Xbox Series X? Of course it's going to. It, as much as Sony has done great with stuff like exclusives, like Sony just is really, really smart, and I think they are the best in the gaming industry. Now, there are like stuff of what I'm about to talk about that Sony is not really smart about, that Microsoft has the advantage, and it was Microsoft who actually invented this program back in E3 of 2015. So, if you remember, Microsoft back at E3 2015 announced backwards compatibility of being able to play the previous Xbox consoles from the Xbox One on your Xbox One. And they launched the program back on November 12th of 2015, so basically later that year, and it's really done so great for Microsoft, and it's one thing that Microsoft has the advantage over the PlayStation, over Sony themselves. And everybody was wondering if Sony would ever do a backwards compatibility, even if we had to wait till the PS5. Well, I do have to say I do give Sony credit for, especially with the PS4. I mean, we pretty much know that the PlayStation 5 is most likely going to be backwards compatible with the PlayStation 4 because it is the exact same architecture. And we even know that with the Xbox Series X, with the Xbox One, because it's also the same architecture as the Xbox One is. So, but there has been rumors and leaks, and there was even some insiders and all that good stuff who was saying, make sure to keep your PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 discs and make sure you don't get rid of them. Basically giving everybody a heads up of to not get rid of your older games. Well, Sony did not mention, they actually did mention about PS2 and PS3, but what we personally think that it was is that they were actually talking about how the PlayStation 3 on the original launch model had the PlayStation 2 chip basically in it. And it had basically a PlayStation 2 console basically put into it. Now, speaking of that, now with the pricing that the PS3 originally was, is what they're saying that they dropped the price of is when they took the chip out. If it was at least $400 for a 20 gig model and $500 for like the 60 gig model, instead of something like $500 for this 20 gig model and $600 for the 60, it would have been a lot more smarter, and probably the PS3 would have still had the PS2 chip basically in it. So they act like that backwards compatibility is something that they have to pay. Now look at something like PlayStation Now. Now, there's not a lot of people that are really doing that, is because we just don't want to go out and pay like a subscription just to play our old games. Now, and there's people that still have, including myself, who still have PlayStation 3s and especially 360s, but a lot of people's are actually breaking nowadays, or they're just getting to the point where they're just about done for. And, you know, everybody is really, I am even hoping that they would do something like that. And it just makes me mad because they're saying that they are not, or they haven't even mentioned nothing about it. Who knows, right at this point, it may still happen, but now there's a lot of leaks of insiders and journalists and sources that are actually now starting to say that it's not going to be backwards compatible with PS1, 2, and even 3 games. And it's not looking good for Sony, because Microsoft has basically just confirmed that most of like 80% of the Xbox One games will work on the Xbox Series X, and most Xbox 360 games, if not most 360 games, then the ones that are currently already backwards compatible on the One is going to be playable on the Series X, and a good bit of original Xbox games are also going to be. So, Sony, if Microsoft is able to do all this, then why can't you? Okay, the PlayStation 3, okay, he mentioned that there is a PlayStation 3 emulator on a graphics card that is way older than something like, it's like way less powerful than what the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is. Hell, I even think it's less powerful than the PS4 Pro and the One X, for an example. But this is a old graphics card of AMD's whatever, something with 4 letters, and there's people that have gotten PS3 games to run on there, and they're just playing at 60 frames per second. And that's way better than the PS3 system itself. And so there ain't no way in hell that it's the architecture of the PS3. If people can get games running on a old graphics card for a PC that's way older than and less powerful than something like the PS5 and the Series X, you can definitely do it, Sony. No, what you guys are probably just wanting to do is you're wanting to make sure that people can buy your PlayStation Now subscription just to stream them. It doesn't work like that. There's gamers out there who really want to play their old games. Not everybody, but there is a good majority of people out there who really want to go back and play their old games. I am especially one of them. Now, ever since Microsoft announced backwards compatibility with the Xbox One, it's been a really amazing run for Microsoft, even though they still aren't like selling as many consoles, but they're being consumer friendly. Unlike you, Sony, who's basically just being anti-consumer. You need to think about what the gamers want. Now, you have been doing a good job with exclusives, but like I mentioned, if people can get PlayStation 3 games running on a older generation of a PC graphics card, then you can do it on a console that is way 10 times powerful than it. I just don't see why you don't want to do it, Sony. So, yeah, if they can, you can definitely get PlayStation 3 games to work on the PS5. This is Infernal Shard 1 for the win. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys could, please hit a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below of your thoughts. And also subscribe for those of you that are new to the channel. And I will keep you guys posted with more gaming content in the future and all that good stuff. So rate, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you guys on the next video. I just don't understand why Sony, you just don't want to do this.